And you know, it's kind of crazy, but literally in the United States, we're looking at $600 billion up for grabs. Now, we're going to be in 14 states by the end of the second quarter. Now, that makes us the largest keyword alternative energy company in the United States, period. Okay, now that's huge. A lot of other companies, you're in Texas, a lot of other companies have been around for 4 or 5 years. They do big volume, but not one of them has more than 5 states they're in. Now what makes us different is, and here's a key, you want to know this, is that why can we go into 14? Because you need huge capital to do that. Huge amount of money to make that happen. And guys, we are now specifically set up. And people say to me, why weren't you in Texas 4 years ago? And I'll tell you why. We were not. We didn't have everything in place, you know, to make it work. All these other companies are agents of some other company. We're dealing with one of the largest companies in the world as far as producers of energy. We're an equity partner. That makes the difference. We had to have all these things in place. ACN, one of the things I've learned in 40 months is ACN does nothing without total vision, foresight, and having it right. They won't do it until they got it right. Come in, all right? Does that make some sense? Yeah. That's going to give you a tremendous amount of feeling of definite security, okay? Now, that all being said, you're going to see some tremendous things happen in the state, and I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have moved out here, brought people out here, moved cars out here, opened up what we have to do if it wasn't going to be one of the biggest transfers of wealth here. So guys, we have to go get it. And it's available to us. So I'm going to teach you how to be an ETT hunter. Okay? Now, success is a heart issue. Top producers want it. If you want it, you can have it. I'm going to tell you, I got people on my team. I got a 23-year-old who I met at the age of 21. He walked into my house. All right? He had his hat on sideways. His underwear was showing. Okay? His pants were down to his knees almost. His attitude was terrible, and my wife said, I believe in this kid, I want to put him in the business. And I said, are you kidding me? I wanted nothing to do with this young boy. Today he's a top producing team coordinator in my team. You should see him in a suit. He looks like he's 30 years old. He acts like he's 40 years old. His posture is huge, and he has guys in his team. He has 4 multi-millionaires in his team. And it's because anyone in this business, if you follow and learn and want it bad enough, he wanted it bad enough. He was working in a shredding company. You know where they shred paper? Okay? And he watched a guy lose almost his whole arm off in the shredding machine. And he said, I don't want that to be me. He says, I want this business. And today he's a team coordinator. And he's on his way to being a regional director, regional vice president, and senior vice president. You know, the 19-year-old down in Houston, Texas, Mark Isaac, 19 years old, got into this business, and in 1 year hit regional director. You know why? Because he wanted it. So this is a heart issue. It's all about what you want and where you want to be. So the next thing is we want to create massive momentum by becoming an ETT factory. All we want